Check and Clean is a tactics-focused FPS with some roguelike elements. The objective is to clear a building of hostiles using careful planning to compensate for limited resources. Each mission begins with the player trapped in a safe room somewhere in a building full of armed men. Using explosive charges, the player moves from room to room, neutralizing every opponent until none remain. The player has two tools to aid in this task: free use of bullet time, and access to a camera in each room that can be used to check on enemy positioning and firing order. Unlike in most first-person shooters, the protagonist here is no tank. He will go down in a realistic number of shots, and the close quarters means that enemies are unlikely to miss. The only way to safely clear a room is by taking out all opponents before they have a chance to fire. For most weapons, that only allows for maybe 3 shots before the enemy reacts, and with ammo being scarce, there's not a lot of room for error. Even if you're experienced with the genre, expect to screw up a few times when you're starting out. Check and Clean is definitely made with the speedrunning crowd in mind. Everything that the player does is on a timer, and getting the best times requires some serious tactical modifications. It might mean checking the cameras while waiting for a charge to go off, refraining from using bullet time, blind firing from the hip, or leaving ammo uncollected. One feature that bears mentioning is the music. Check and Clean boasts of having a dynamic soundtrack that is tied into the gameplay. Each level begins with a fairly standard minimalistic techno soundtrack, but the music grows more complex with each room cleared. More importantly, the music is also cued to the timing of the explosive charges, letting the player know that a door is about to open while checking the cameras, a useful feature when aiming for the best times. The overall gameplay experience is focused far more on tactical thinking than on conventional FPS mechanical skills. As such, it might not appeal to people who prefer Twitch action-oriented games. However, it's definitely worth a look if you're after a more unique take on the genre.